Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. Now, I am going to say this and I stand on what I am about to say. For everybody hoping or believing that women or people will one day come out and probably look for a way for fight for everybody. I do not believe that and I do not see that happening anytime soon. Because the comments that I saw on a post got me really teary. Why? Because these people do not think that we deserve to live. They don't think that we deserve anything good. Now, this young man that on a live Jordan Nedley has been invited. He was invited on Saturday to see Vice President J.D. Vance, and also he was a guest at the Army Navy game on Saturday. When people that look like me have felony, maybe one or half, I'm just saying one or half, they probably do not have the opportunity to stand in front of other people to do something, to speak. I mean, like, they do not get that chance and opportunity. But someone that did something like this is now a hero, and they are really super happy that he is a patriot, that he did what he is supposed to do. And everybody's hailing him, saying they are happy that he did what he did and that they are glad Donald Trump is back. You know what? I cannot see this alone. Let's get into the.
Hey, leftists, I want you to understand something. You're going to continue to lose everything as long as you dumbasses keep trying to follow your own fucking tail. Okay? Here is my helping of the leftist cause on how you motherfuckers can actually get your goddamn shit straight, okay? It is literally about human fucking rights, okay? But there has to be a caveat to this shit, okay? Here's the caveat. You start where you are, and then you work your way out. There you go. That's it. There's the secret. Boom. I just fried your fucking mind, didn't I? I just fried your mind. Start where you are, work your way out. Meaning, if there is a marginalized community that is currently under attack, meaning these people need all the fucking help they can get, and they're near you, you fight that battle first. Then you expand. And I don't mean global. Oh, I was working in my community and I'm thinking about global. No. No. What you start off with is your community. Then you reach out to your general area. You fight those battles. From that general area, you get to your city or town. From your city or town, you then expand to your state. From your state, you expand to other states. That helps you to take down or take on the problems of the nation. Then you deal with the world. And beware fucking false ass prophets. I must say this again because obviously y'all need to hear this one more again. Beware of false fucking prophets. Okay? If they are in it for a bag, do not fucking listen to them. I don't give a shit if they are establishment. I don't give a fuck if they call themselves anti-establishment, but they're still sucking up to fucking billionaires and shit. I'm looking at you, Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian. Do not fucking fuck with these people. They are false. Because all of the shit that they will tell you is always going to be some extreme form of fucking losing. Every fucking time. Mark my words. There will always be some level of extreme losing. hey, pick this candidate. They have no fucking chance to win, but you'll make a statement. Statements don't mean shit anymore. They don't. Statements don't mean a motherfucking thing anymore. If your statement isn't concrete, bitch, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. I refuse to be an eternal loser simply because a bunch of motherfuckers want to make some bullshit ass stand. Y'all can stand on these nuts. I'm not having it. Sorry, I'm not going to have it. So what you have to do is be, number one, strategic. Meaning, you know there are problems within your community. Why the fuck are you all the way over here on the outside of America trying to fix some other problems when you can't even handle the problems that are here? Number two, expand. Not globally, expand community, people around, city or town, state, nation, world. Number three, beware of false fucking prophets. Anybody that is telling you that it is perfectly okay to throw away your vote or your support on a losing fucking effort, leave them goddamn people the fuck alone. Here's number four, and this one is going to be hard for a lot of you leftists, especially you white ones. Learn how to listen and shut the fuck up. Learn how to listen and shut the fuck up. There's a whole lot of white leftists who are out here spewing a bunch of bullshit, trying to lead people into different fucking directions. That is how you lose. That is why you lose. Because you all over here looking for other shit when you should be looking at the shit that's right the fuck in front of you. And if there's somebody that knows better, shut the fuck up and listen. A lot of us have been in these trenches simply by matter of birth, okay? Our fight never ends. Our fight never the fuck ends. It never does, okay? So if you see a black woman activist that is telling you fight against this shit, maybe you should listen. And if you happen to find that in your own community, fight it. Tooth and fucking nail. Don't fight it because the black woman told you to do it. Fight it because you know that's the fight you need to have now as opposed to the fight that you want to have later on. If you see a member of the LGBTQIA plus that is telling you there is rampant homophobia and transphobia and some shit, don't question it. They would fucking know better. Fight it. Okay? Be willing to take instruction. Be willing to take instruction and be willing to follow it. Because the best leaders are the ones that know when to lead and when to follow. A lot of white leftists don't know that shit. They don't. And number five, and probably the most important one. Number five, and probably the most important one. Get out of your own way. A lot of you have good intentions for America and the world, but you get in your own fucking way. When you are criticized, you take it personal. You center yourself. When good ideas come up, you get mad because they're not your fucking ideas. You do not know how to be led, and therefore you don't know how to be led and you don't know how to follow. So therefore, you have no room to stand on when it comes to leadership. You know what the fuck you're talking about. You have no goddamn idea. So maybe it's time for you to get out of your own motherfucking way. Take your ego out of this. Take your pride out of this. Take your white privilege out of this. Take it all the fuck out. Learn to sit in a place of uncomfortability. Learn how to become an accomplice rather than an ally. Learn how to confront the things inside of yourself that are the biggest hindrance from you actually making a dent or a difference anyway. Get out of your own fucking way. It is unnecessary for you to keep pretending like your ideas are the best ideas and that's it. Nobody else has any better ideas than you. Sometimes you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Sometimes you genuinely really do not know what the fuck you are talking about, and therefore you make an ass out of yourself. You make an ass out of yourself. So maybe it's time for you to stop talking, start listening, and then start confronting the things inside yourself that stops you from ever achieving anything. You take those 5 steps. You genuinely take them. Listen to them. And I guarantee you, you will start to see change. Is it going to be fast? No. It is going to be incremental, but those incremental steps can be big depending on you. White leftists in general and white leftists in particular, y'all are fighting an uphill battle against what's coming. And y'all keep trying to downplay it because you care about somebody else, someplace else. What good is it, your support here for there, if you're not even fixing the shit that's here that's fucking up both here and there? You cannot fight a battle on 2 fronts. And you cannot take the world on yourself. So maybe it's time for you to reassess how you're doing shit. Stop listening to people that have no good mention for you. And start listening to people that genuinely care. My name's Thomas Bishop, and I approve this message.
Here it comes, a white man who killed an unhoused black man and then was acquitted, saying that this all happened because of liberal failure. Listen.
These public officials would do something so self-serving.
But how does it serve them to hurt you?
Just political gain. I mean, these are their policies that are, and I don't mean to get political. I don't really want to make any enemies, really, although I guess I have already. But I mean, these are their policies that have clearly not worked, that the people, the general population, are not in support of, yet their egos are too big just to admit that they're wrong.
Wow, white people really do like to play the victim. You hear the way he was like, almost like in tears, like, I've been used for political gain. He killed an unhoused black man, Jordan Neely, because Jordan came on the train asking for food, water, and help. He is a Marine veteran who knew how to use these tactics and used them again against an unhoused black man who was asking for help. This was white supremacy in full effect. He executed that man because he felt like he could. And then the other part of white supremacy is trying to act like he's the victim. Any attempt to hold him accountable was a liberal agenda. And to make things even more sicker, people donated nearly $2.6 million to his GoFundMe. A white veteran with special skills killed an unhoused black man, makes millions of dollars, and somehow you're the victim? This is America. Rest in power, Jordan Neely.
I'm going to show you something that should make you sick. If you have any decency, it will. So this was announced today. You would think this would be the end of it, right? But no, it's not. Now, mind you, I got all of these from D.L. Hughley's Instagram page. But I want to show you something. There was this woman. Take a very good look at her. I want to show you what her Instagram profile looks like. Quietly trying to find my way through this world as I learn about love and what it really is. Empath, HSP. So she's an empath trying to find her way in this world as she learns about love. Don't get your hopes up, kids. I'm about to crush it. Hers is the first comment. But she wasn't the only one. Let us continue. Now, mind you, all of this is about Daniel Penny being found not guilty of killing Jordan Neely. I want you to take a look at the racial makeup of these people. And please remember it, because you're going to see a whole lot of black Coonesians that are going to try to justify Daniel Penny murdering Jordan Neely to appease these people. Again, I'm not done. But take a look. These are your fellow Americans, kids. These are your fellow Americans. Look at Stacy Firefighter there. She really honestly thinks celebrating a murder is about making Democrats' heads explode. And she even had the audacity to single out Joyanne Reed. I'm going to make sure to tag her just so that she can see this. Just take a look at this. Big Bibbs, or whatever the fuck his name is. Anybody who's upset by this better realize you're in the minority and your grift is over. He says while supporting a man that has been selling them junk bullshit from China since 2015. For Libby, love it. Liberal heads exploding is sweet. Again, your fellow Americans. And this is from the incoming Vice President of the United States. Admire his courage. It takes courage to kill a man with mental illness. And again, I have to ask, where are the people that got mad because people had indifference towards the death of Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare? What happened? Did a cat got your tongue? Did your balls fall off? But more than anything, I want you to see something. These people walk amongst us. I'm going to show a lot of white accomplices what it is like to live as a minority, a marginalized person in a marginalized community in this country. See, if you gun down a CEO, people will care. People will give a shit. But if you gun down a working class person, especially if they're black, you will be celebrated as a hero, a patriot even, which is why I hate that fucking word. You want to call me anything, call me a villain before you call me anything else. But these people have been emboldened by the indifference and apathy of the voting populace. They have been emboldened by the capitulation and lack of backbone and balls of the Democratic Party. And they have been emboldened by you. You know, if a lot more tables had gotten flipped during Thanksgiving dinner in 2016, after this man was elected president, we wouldn't be where we are right now. If a lot more tables were flipped during Thanksgiving dinner in 2017, and 2018, and 2019, and 2020, while this man was president, we wouldn't be where we are today. If a lot more discussions about the heinous nature of what Donald Trump represents have been had since his arrival on the political scene, when he slunched and slimed his way down that damn escalator by white people, white folk, had there been a lot more confrontations about their racism, we wouldn't be where we are today. If a lot more white people had listened to us about racism years ago, we wouldn't be where we are today. Everybody kept trying to pretend like it didn't exist. Everybody kept trying to pretend like, oh, it can't get that bad. Oh, he can't be elected. Oh, these people can't come out of the woodwork. And yet here they are. And they've been here for decades. You just didn't want to confront them, probably because either A, you didn't know anything about it, in which case, okay, I'm glad that you learned, or B, you knew about it, you just didn't care because familial bonds mattered so much to you. These people live amongst us. But some of them are your family. Some of them are your friends. Some of them are your coworkers, your lovers, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your husband, your wife, even some of your kids. And they're not going to get any better. They're not. This is the part where a lot of white accomplices don't understand the eternal frustration of those of us within marginalized communities to this. While you are over here bashing us for not rallying against for your little itty bitty cause, this is an everyday occurrence. We don't know who the next Jordan Neely is going to be, or the next Trayvon Martin, or the next Tamira Rice, or the next Sandra Bland, or the next Tatiana Jefferson, or the next Breonna Taylor, or the next George Floyd. We have no damn idea, but we also know one thing, though. We do know one thing. They're going to kill us, and they're going to be celebrated for it. Hell, amongst even white people. Somehow, the killer is allowed to go free. See Daniel Perry. And sadly, no matter how much we talk, sadly, no matter how many times we talk about it, we're told to shut up. We're told to sit down. We're told that racism is ended because Martin Luther King made half of a speech and Barack Obama showed up 15 minutes afterwards. We are chastised. And it's not just us. Our Latino brothers and sisters are chastised. Our Jewish brothers and sisters are chastised. Our Muslim brothers and sisters are chastised. Our Native and Indigenous brothers and sisters are chastised. Members of the LGBTQIA+ are chastised and told to pick gay over trans because trans is bad. Meanwhile, white people make heroes out of killers. White people reward murder. But I guess because it's not a rich, powerful white CEO, it doesn't really matter, now does it? Doesn't. If some of you realized what it is like to not be a part of the majority of this country for decades, you would understand our frustration, you would understand our pain, and you would understand our anger. Some of you choose not to. But while you're not wanting to confront this, this is what's happening in front of you.
This is all I got from this video. And first of all, I am going to say that I am not sure racism is stopping any soon, because I took my time to go through the comment section, and the comment section was very horrifying. I was horrified from the things that I saw from the comment section. And I have also brought videos of where I talked about how white women really have a whole lot of roles to play when it comes to ending racism. But I am not sure anything like that is happening anytime soon, because the comment section was very horrifying. I was traumatized from seeing the comments. Now, I really do not understand how this man is being praised, because all of a sudden he is the hero. So many people are supporting him. Vice President wants to see him. He is going to be a personal guest at the Army Navy game on Saturday. And This is where we are. And this is where they have reduced Black people to. The reality is that some people do not think that people that look like me deserve to live, right? Because if they find us worthy to live, I am sure we will not be going through all this, right? I remember vividly how this young man, Jordan Nelly, how he was on a line on the subway in New York, right? I remember I brought it here. Black people tried all they could to make sure he got justice. Family were devastated. He has mental issue and all that, which he was not that day. He was just hungry. He was not bothering anybody. He was only like screaming, but did not bother anybody. And this man thought he is a hero, and which we all can see that he is also being celebrated as a hero, right? And that is them. This is what they know how to do best. But I am going to ask this: how long will they continue doing this? Because you all can see that people that look like me, we are not worth anything, right? That is in their own way. Because if we do, things that we experience, we will not be experiencing them. Now, you also what happened to CEO. Everybody, all of them swing into action. They are looking for who did it. They want to know why, things like that. But people that look like me do not get that opportunity or chance. Look at the people, like check the people that has been unalive probably from a few years ago to this very moment. Which one of them got justice? And the fact that white women, oh my goodness, I really do not know how to go about this, but I am really broken inside and I am trying as much as I can. I do not want to be emotional because I remember when this thing happened, I cried so bad. But the comments got me tearing before coming on this camera. Because if people could be this mean, now he is a patriot. Now he is a strong man. Now he is the kind of person you all need. Why? Because it did not happen to people that look like it. It happened to people that look like me. And because you do not see us as humans, that's why you are rejoicing. That's why you think that he is the hero, right? And now, each time things like this happen, they throw Black people into mourning. I do not care what you have to say. The fact that people come online to defend the unaliving of Jordan Nedley tells you the kind of people you are dealing with. And for those that think they are going to change, they are not going to change. That is who they are. And that is what they will continue doing. And I love the fact that Thomas Bishop was so kind to talk about the Muslim, the Jewish, the Latin, indigenous communities, and all that. They are in my thought and prayers, but I do not care about anybody anymore. Because if they really cared about themselves, they would not have voted for who they voted for. So do not forget that also. Because each time we see things like this, each time we see something like this happen, it is always people that look like me that are bleeding. Look at the recent people that were unalive, Sonia Massey and all of them. Nothing, no justice. No justice. Man, I just cannot. I am really holding it down so hard, but I cannot. Bye for now.